Happy New Year, Capricorn. This is your horoscope for January 2014 already with me, Lada from Astro-Lada. For everyone who have their ascendant, sun or moon in Capricorn. And I always stress how important it is for you to check your ascendant sign. If you know your time of birth as well, of course, because you can find your ascendant sign only if you know your exact time of birth, because this is the astrologically most correct prediction. And if you come to me for a reading, I would only look at mostly for the prediction from your ascendant sign and a little bit from the sun and moon. But if you happen to have your ascendant sun and moon in Capricorn, this is the video for you. And before I start the prediction for January, I want to tell you that we're shooting from one of the most ancient capitals in Europe. Actually, the archaeological remains here date back to 6 to 7,000 years before Christ. So it's almost like Atlantean times, even though the ruins that are here, they're probably from earlier times, from 2,000-3,000 years only, from 2000 Roman times more. But the remains are much older that have been dug out. So this is the ancient capital of Thracia. The mythological kings of Thracia. Anyway, what does January, sorry, I'm stuck still in the last year. January 2014 hold for you, Capricorn? Well, it's going to be a very active month for a lot of you because a lot of planets are triggering, most of the planets are triggering your cardinal houses. What is the cardinal houses? These are the action houses. So this is when things start happening for you, Capricorn. Actually, you start feeling it even from the end of 2013 in December, when actually a lot of planets already start from the 20th of December onwards till around the 20th of January. There will be a lot of things happening in your life triggering. It's time for starting new things. It's time for initiating new things. There are planets in your first house of new beginnings. So you can actually now in the end of December, in the beginning of January, start new projects, start maybe a new phase of your life. This is when the sun and two other planets are in your sign, Capricorn. So you become much more magnetic, you become much more, your presence is felt much more strongly, and you have much more impact in a material, tangible way in the environment around you, to the people around you. So if you want to impress someone, if you want to impress your point of view, if you want to leave a mark, if you want to make something of tangible influence, do it now. Do it now in the beginning of January or the end of December. Start new projects, start a career, start maybe make a plan for the year ahead, initiate new things. It's not time for endings, it's time for beginnings right now. And it's time for action. Start a new workout regime. When planets trigger your first house, you become much more inspired for new action. And also Venus triggers Capricorn. And Venus is the planet of love. So Venus, when it's in the first house, manifests very tangibly Venusian things, which is love, relationships. Some of you might find love, especially those of you who have their ascendant on their moon from around 13 to around 28 degrees in Capricorn. And I'm talking about January right now because Venus is in those degrees in January, 13 to 28 degrees ascendant or moon in Capricorn. Very likely for you to find relationships, to find love. Or if you're born from around the 4th to around the 19th of January, you can have some Venusian time, like pleasant time with loved ones, or even meeting someone new, or more sensual time, or time where you spend more enjoying the sensual and pleasurable things of life, the five senses. Venus is not only a relationship. Venus is anything which brings comfort to the soul, which brings you a sense of peace, which brings you a sense of comfort, and which makes you feel more cozy and loved up and indulging the five senses. And sensual. Actually, Venus will make those people that I mentioned, born from 4th till 19th of January, or from 13 ascendant or moon from 13 to 28 degrees in Capricorn, can make you much more magnetic and attractive for others. Women or men as well, they find themselves attracting a lot more attention from the opposite sex, just through being more calm, through being more charming, through being more all those qualities of Venus, which is charm, which is kindness, which is diplomacy, which is gentleness, which is just exuding kind of pleasant energies that others feel more attracted to. It's not necessary that you're going to meet the love of your life now, but you'll definitely have some lovely Venusian moments of spending pleasurable moments and attracting attention and more kindness from others. And actually, you exude kindness as well. So, also, if you're trying to sell something, if you're trying to present an idea to someone, you'll do it with much more grace and much more tact, and therefore others will be much more likely to accept the things that you want from them. You actually can manipulate people easier when Venus is there through your sweet approach, and people just want to do things for you because of that. And Mercury is also in Capricorn for the first 15 days of January. So you become, your mind is more bright, your mind is more witty, you might be much more busy with friends because Mercury rules friendships. You might be much more active communicating, exchanging information. Your phone might be calling much more. You might be called to write reports or to do administrative tasks or to do networking and socializing somehow, or it's great time to update your Facebook, so somehow to, to do some marketing, advertising, some networking with people, because Mercury always helps you in these kind of affairs, because this is, and organizing things. Mercury is the major organizer, so while it's in your sign, the end of December and the first 12, 13 days of January, you will be much better at organizing things, putting order to everything, and running things more efficiently. And the sun is also in Capricorn around the 20th of January. Sun vitalizes whatever sign it passes through. So Capricorns might feel a bit more energized. Particularly, the sun can bring career matters more prominently to the forefront, because the sun rules our high inspirations and goals. So you might feel much more inspired, much more willing to go after your goals, and certain career developments can happen, usually in a positive way, especially if your ascendant on the moon in Capricorn. Usually the ascendant is very strong. And those of you who have their ascendant, only those of you who have their ascendant from around 12 till 14 degrees in Capricorn, 12 till 16, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, maybe plus minus a degree before or after those degrees, maybe 11 and then till 17, they have Jupiter transit triggering their relationships. And this is a transit which can actually bring the love of your life. This is a transit that happens once in 12 years, and Jupiter is the bringer, the great benefic, the blesser. So the people that you get introduced to right now, they might be potential marriage partner or potential business partner, any kind of partnerships. Jupiter can be very blissful and blessing. Also, if you have some kind of business and you have your ascendant from around 12 to 16 degrees in in Capricorn, now you can be much more busy with clients and getting more business, and because seventh house rules all those things, exchange between two people, whether it's in relationships and love, that it will bring positive developments in exchanges between two people. Maybe you can reconcile relationships. Maybe if you really like someone now, reach out to them. They will not cut you off. They would actually like you. They would respond to you in a positive way. Or if you need support from someone and you reach out, another person, the seventh house is other people, will give it to you. Of course, you will also be giving something to them back. But it's something beneficial. Things will come to you from other people, from knowledgeable. The people that you attract in your life now might be more Jupiterian, knowledgeable, tolerant, kind-minded, open-minded. Your partner might become like that, or there might be something positive that happens into the life of your partner, which triggers positive experiences for you as well. Maybe your partner becomes more beneficial to you, becomes more loving somehow. Something good happens in their life. Or business partner. This is another thing. You can start a business partnership. You can sign a contract that is important for your life. Maybe you wanted to sell a book, now you finally signed the contract. Maybe you wanted to do something else, you signed the contract now. And seventh house rules business, so it's great for business as well. So yeah, anyway. And Capricorns, what else? Mars is in your 10th house in Libra, continues to be there till July, but I just want to remind you, very active times for career. So January, you start feeling it for manifesting in your career, for manifesting your life into your projects. Maybe you'll be have to fight and overcome obstacles there more, because Mars always brings more obstacles because it wants to strengthen your fighting spirit. But you will be, Mars is extremely strong when in the 10th house, so you'll be able to deliver results. You'll be able to see the results in your career and to fight it through. And maybe some authority figures might be a bit more on your back and a bit more, how do I say, a bit more argumentative and a bit more tense, the relationship with them. Or if you don't work, it might be your parents or any kind of authority figures that you might have more stress with, like a father figure or like a professor, someone that is above you in the hierarchy somehow, that can create more tension. But you might be very productive in working in any kind of career projects and any kind of project that you're working towards, because Mars energizes you there. Thank you very much, Capricorn.